I'm Pete Jackson. I'm the Executive Director of the AMR Centre based here at Alderley Park in Cheshire in the north of England. So, what is AMR? Antimicrobial resistance. Basically, this is Darwinism in action. The bugs that cause common diseases are mutating so that they no longer respond to the antibiotics in use every day. This doesn't just impact an infection, this impacts every piece of medicine today. Everything from a C-section to a hip replacement to chemotherapy, anywhere where patients might pick up an infection. Last year, the O'Neill review highlighted just what an impact antimicrobial resistance will have in the future. By 2050, at least 10 million people worldwide will die from a drug-resistant infection unless AMR is tackled. That's more people than currently die from cancer. And to indicate the economic impact, O'Neill estimated that by 2050, $100 trillion will have been lost from the world economy because of the impact of AMR. But at the heart of the O'Neill report is the call for new treatments. We need new therapeutics, we need new preventatives, we need new diagnostics in order to address AMR. So the AMR Centre, based here at Alderley, is a public-private partnership aiming to work with small to medium enterprises to help accelerate their new products from preclinical testing in the lab through to patients in clinical trials. The AMR Centre is part of the Transatlantic CARB-X Consortium, backed by substantial funding from the Wellcome Trust and the US government. With our capability here in the UK, combined with that funding, we can make a substantial impact on rebuilding the pipeline of new antibiotics. The O'Neill report highlighted the importance of developing new treatments in three areas. First of all, therapeutics, new drugs, new antibiotics to replace the ones that no longer work. Secondly, new diagnostics to identify which particular organisms causing the disease and which drugs may or may not work against that organism. And thirdly, and equally important, to develop new preventatives, vaccines, to stop patients from suffering from the infection in the first place. Innovative companies like Absinthe are absolutely vital in the fight against AMR, and the vaccines and the technologies that they're developing will form a really important part of the therapeutic and diagnostic and preventative mix that will help us to address AMR. Although substantial amounts of public funding are now being deployed to help rebuild the pipeline of new therapies, we also need philanthropic and private investors to come in alongside us and join the fight against AMR to combat the threat that this poses to humanity over the next 20 to 25 years. Although there's substantial public funding now being deployed into tackling AMR, it's vital that private investors also join this fight. By combining public, philanthropic and private investment, putting those together at scale, we can together beat the threat that is AMR.